So now there's selecteyes.js, selecteyes.min.js, and then this standalone right here. Now if we read the documentation, it says that the standalone selecteyes includes the micro plugin and the sifter dependencies. Not the jQuery one, but it bundles it into a single JS file. Now, if we were going to launch our site without aggregating all of our JavaScript files, this might actually be a better option, because every separate JavaScript file that we include in our site is a trip to the server, which takes time. So anytime we can reduce the number of JavaScript files, as well as CSS files and images, the faster our site can be. However, ultimately, we're going to end up using an automation tool like Grunt or Gulp in order to aggregate all of the JavaScript that we use. And so it makes better sense to use the individual JavaScript files so that we have more control with them before the point that we aggregate them all. Now, if that doesn't make any sense, it will as we start to add more CSS and JavaScript files. Now, the other question is whether we use the minimized version or the full version. If we look at the difference in file size, I'm just going to scroll over. The full size is 83 kilobytes and the minified version is 37, so about half the size. That's a big deal. But again, we can use an automator tool like Grunt or Gulp in order to minimize all of our JavaScript at once. It turns out that minified JavaScript is very difficult to debug, and we'll talk more about that later. So whenever we can, we want to wait to minimize our JavaScript until we're getting closer to launch time.